Yay!
Hey, what's up? My name's Aiden Yang, and today I'm going to be talking about a sociological topic in the sports industry. So the reason I'm doing this is because, well, it's for a class and I have to get a grade. But hopefully I can entertain you all enough just to meet that 5 minute mark. Anyways, so the topic I'm going to talk about is, drumroll please, journalism. Okay, well, not actually journalism generally. I'm actually going to focus more on sports media, which is how the story is portrayed to viewers like you and me. And then I'm also going to be talking specifically about documentaries and basketball documentaries. So those are basically, you could say, nonfiction films that depict the events of a event in basketball history or maybe even a recent event. Examples include the iconic 2020 documentary The Last Dance, but there are also other ones like the Malice at the Palace documentary, the Bill Russell documentary, and countless others that talk about how amazing these past events in basketball were. So my rationale for choosing basketball documentaries is fairly simple. I saw The Last Dance during the pandemic, and ever since then I have wondered what are its pros, what are its cons, because in my opinion it is the most entertaining form of basketball media outside of maybe special NBA basketball events like the Slam Dunk Contest or the anniversary events like the NBA 75. Basketball documentaries are, for the most part, beneficial to the sports industry. They create jobs because obviously some people have to work to produce these films, and on top of that, when people watch it, it incentivizes them to pay for goods that the sports provides. Like, for example, merchandise, jerseys, shoes, and it also incentivizes them to go buy tickets to watch the game. And for negatives, well, there are some. For example, when these documentaries get produced, obviously some former basketball players might be upset with what is seen. For example, in the Malice at the Palace documentary, it was heavily focused on the Indiana Pacers side of the story, and obviously because of that, former Detroit Piston athletes like Ben Wallace, who got depicted as bad guys, might be maybe not happy about that. But besides maybe a few people who got left behind during the transition, it's good for the sport. It promotes a singular message of what the industry is all about, and that's good for the economy. I would say though that it's kind of like the NSO article we read in class about how obviously when Canada stepped in to support these independent non-profit sports organizations into a single unified force, it wasn't very pleasant, the transition. Obviously, some policies were resisted, but over time, the Canadian government managed to get these independent organizations to start performing on an Olympic level and start winning more medals. So, on that respect, I think that even though there are some negatives to sport documentaries, it's ultimately good for everybody, and that's what it's really all about.